Hey, what's up everybody? I hope you are all doing fantastic. Today I want to talk about this new comedy starring David Oyelowo, Charlize Theron, and Joel Edgerton called Gringo. The plot in this one is pretty simple. You got a normal guy named Harold. He thinks he's making a routine business trip down to Mexico. He soon finds himself kidnapped. He has a ransom put on his head, and his employers are a little reluctant to help him out given that he's being accused of their wrongdoing. Now, I was looking forward to seeing this movie. I love dark, offbeat comedies with unique stories and eccentric characters. I was also very interested to see what David Oyelowo could bring in the genre of comedy, and I thought for the most part, this film did deliver some solid entertainment despite having maybe a couple drawbacks. So let's dive right into the performances. I was honestly pleased with what David Oyelowo brought in terms of his comedic delivery. I thought he embraced the role. He was able to capture some effective physical humor, and I thought he delivered the dialogue extremely well with a nice smooth flow that showcased, in my opinion, a very capable sense of humor. Charlize Theron was damn good in this movie as well as this heartless businesswoman. She was strong, she was cruel, she was absolutely evil, but with some glimpses of a heart in there, and I thought Theron captured all this perfectly as she says some of the most politically incorrect things with just a raunchy elegance that not everybody can pull off. I thought Joel Edgerton was solid as well. His character was honestly on the routine side, but I think he certainly elevates the material with his charm and his natural screen presence. Charlton Copley, who I honestly think is fantastic in anything, was great in this film. He just has a knack for playing characters that are just out there, and he does it once again in this film, and he was a great addition. Now let's talk about the story and writing. I thought the storyline was a little hit and miss with me. I enjoyed a lot of it. I thought the plot was simple. It had the potential for a lot of laughs, and as a person with a lot of not so safe Mexico adventures under his belt, I felt they were really able to hit some strong comedic moments by mildly over-exaggerating some grounded situations. But I also felt the story kind of suffered from some pacing issues. It takes a little bit to get going, and despite some really effective splashes of action and comedy, there were still some lulls. This story is honestly pretty straightforward. The characters are not overly deep, so I was just hoping for more action and comedy to keep the overall energy up. What it does provide is very amusing and it's entertaining, but for me it just left me wanting more of those moments. This was honestly just a film that should have kept its foot on the gas. It should have never taken itself seriously. It doesn't hinder the film at all, but it just kind of hindered me from being consistently engaged. I thought the writing overall was pretty good. It has a nice blend of comedy. It builds some fun personality for the characters. The script does weave some very amusing scenes throughout, just not as many laugh out loud moments as I was hoping for, and there's also a lot going on in terms of subplots. I think one of them was virtually useless and completely underdeveloped. I think it could have easily been rewritten to just remove the story angle and the two characters. I think it would have really tightened up the pace and allowed more screen time from the main players in the story. As for the direction and cinematography, it was pretty straightforward. Nothing was flashy or overly unique, but it was still capable in terms of film techniques. It wasn't overly ambitious, but there were some effective locations that did a great job of capturing the dangers that the main character faced, and I thought the action was simple but effective for this story. So overall, I'll give Gringo 75% on the entertainment meter. I had fun with it, just not as much as I was hoping for. It does have some strong doses of humor, but it just kind of felt flat at times and lacking just the overall wildness that I think it could have delivered had it went all in. And that's it for today, guys. Those are my thoughts on Gringo. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can come back and talk movies next time. You can also find me on Twitter at YourCinemaGuy or visit SilverScreenAnalysis.com for all kinds of movie-related content. Thank you so much for watching. As always, guys, I greatly appreciate it. I'm Anthony. This is the Silver Screen Analysis, and I'll see you at the movies.